Okay, this is going to be a little video on the three-axis radial symmetry project. I'm going to show you how to use your scanned object that you've turned into a reflective piece of symmetry already. So we're going to we'll open up Illustrator and then go File, New, and let's just go down the line here and see what we're going to do. So I'm going to call this radial symmetry 3-axis. Profile. I'm going to set the profile up for print, and notice that it sets this up. If I was going to set it up for web, notice how the dialog box changes to RGB and the screen resolution changed to 72. So this is a quick and easy way to make sure the profile is correct. We're going to print these, so let's set it up for print. So it changed its color mode to CMYK and the raster effect to 300. We only want one artboard. We're going to set the size at letter, and then let's set the units to pixels. So that's the height right there. So that's in letter size it would be 612 by 792. So that's good. So hit OK. So there's a new file. Let's go to Window and make sure that the default tools are open. So that's true. Make sure the layers are open. Now let's go to View and let's make sure Smart Guides are selected and Snap to Point is selected. Okay, so we're ready to go. So let's place that file. So we'll go File, Place, and there it is right there. Place. Now, we had tried image tracing with something that is this complex. I really wouldn't image trace it. If it came in and you needed to clean it up, you might want to image trace it. You can play around with that. I'm going to leave mine just like this. I like it the way it came in. Okay. Now let's make the geometry. So one of the things that may be helpful is if we look at the fill and stroke tool here. Let's bring the fill forward and then select none so that we don't have fill. Look at the stroke. Let's make it about 3, but let's change the color. Maybe make it green. And then it's going to be a little bit easier to see this. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to make a line. So we're going to go to the line segment tool, and when we click, I've been working in this so it comes up to 216, but just type in 3 inches and then at 270 hit OK. Now I'm going to show you something that's a little different than what I showed you in class today, and I've been playing with this and it's a little bit more accurate. So rather than copying this right now, we're just going to take this object and we're going to go transform, and we're going to go rotate, and we're going to go 30. We're going to go OK. So it rotates this way. Now we're going to copy it. So we're going to go Command C, Command F. So we're going to rotate one on top. So we're going to go Object, Transform, Rotate. We want to go in the opposite direction. So we're going to go -60. And now what that does is it guarantees that we have a 60-degree angle. Now what we want to do is go to the Direct Select tool and pull these, and you'll see this little smart object comes up, and when I get them to intersect, boom, like that, that means they've intersected and they've got equal angles. Let's just make sure that they're joined. So I'm going to select both, and I'm going to go Object, Path, Join. So now it's joined those two together. So the next thing I need to do is now cap this. So I'm going to go to the pen tool, select it, select, select. Now hold it and drag, Okay. Now what I want to do with these is I'm actually going to group these, because since I have one closed path, it won't let me join the paths. So I'm going to go Object, and I'm going to go Group. And now I can move this guy around as a group. So I'm going to move it down on top, and there's the green alignment. That means the guides are showing me that they're lined up. And it just happened to be the nice, so there it is right there. Okay, I can see this. I'm going to move it down a little bit. And then I just want to make sure, since I've got this selected, let's make sure it's on top. So I'm going to go Object, Arrange, and go Bring to Front. That's going to be absolutely necessary to make the clipping mask work. So now I'm going to select both objects, and then I'm going to go Object, Clipping Mask, Make. There's the, now all we have to do is copy it and rotate it. Okay, so let's do the final step here. Bring this up. So we have it selected, and what we want to do is copy it, Command C, Command F, and then we're going to rotate. So make sure that you go right to Anchor. Make sure it's on Anchor, not Path, and it turns to a little arrow. Select the anchor and drag it over, and it should snap at 60. And it's a little bit off. It's a little over. That's okay. So let's hit Command C, Command F, and then Command D, and that copies the rotation. And there you go. That's it. So what you might want to do before you save it is select the entire 6 objects and go Object and then Group. And then we'll do File, Save As, and we'll save it as an Illustrator file. And then we will export it as a JPEG, and that's the one you're going to put into your journal. So we're going to go File, Export, and then select JPEG. Since we are going to put it in the journal, but it's not color, so it really wouldn't matter, but we really want to have it be at RGB. Okay, that's it.